everyone. Good morning. All right, all right. Yeah, good girl. Hi, everyone. It's Rita. Miss Rita to the rescue. Yay. It's, did you miss me? It's Tuesday. No class yesterday. I missed you guys. Good morning. Hi, Kirsten. Kirsten, really. Kirsten. I missed you guys. I had yesterday. I had the thing with my sister, so I didn't have a whole lot of time. Ouch! Ouch! You just bit me getting that treat. You know that. Um. So today is Mardi Gras. Woohoo! Do you have your beads on, everyone? I wish I were in New Orleans right now. I really do. Hi, Connie. Hi, Jerry Ann. Happy Mardi Gras. Hello. Hi, Gail. Leslie. Hello, Rhonda. Linda. No Loretta for a little while. She's gone to help a friend. So she can't really moderate uh, from where she's at. Yes, no biting mommy. No biting mommy. So I thank you, Loretta, if you can hear this, that for letting me know. Loretta's been so kind at moderating our videos since we started with the restream, and I do appreciate it. Hey, I have so much to tell you, like oodles to tell you, and also to walk you through what I found to be a pretty challenging project. This is this is the Cricut image that I used to make this shirt with glitter iron on. It was hard. It was a challenge in patience. Um and I'm going to show you how to do it uh with foil actually today, because I wasn't able to cut out. See, this is the glitter, and I got it in all three colors, but I was afraid I didn't have enough, so then I went to foil. And so we're going to do foil today, but I just wanted to show you it can be achieved with glitter. It does take quite a bit of patience. So and this image is from Design Space, and I'm going to be using an image from Etsy. So there's that, but I wanted to put it out there because it's colorful. But before we get started on the project, I wanted to tell you a few things. First is um, this week we're busy as usual. This is the first week of Lent. Tomorrow's Ash Wednesday. And we will continue on with our programming. So today we're doing this. Tomorrow we have a card that we're doing. It's a gatefold card that I designed with a mason jar. And I'm going to show you how to put together a gatefold card. Super easy. Definitely not like this project. And then on I think that makes it Thursday, we will be doing a that flamingo card, that print and cut flamingo card that we were looking at on Saturday night, and maybe we'll incorporate some embossing for the background of that. I did create an embossed background for that. So I'm going to show you how that goes together. And then on Friday, we're going to be doing something from Craft with Sarah. There are a number of projects that I want to do with Craft with Sarah. There's a happy Easter sign. There's some really cool freebies regarding St. Patrick's Day. So if you have a favorite freebie that you want to see demonstrated from Craft with Sarah, let me know. Okay, so there's that. Um, then, so so it's March, right? And so my birthday month is April, and I want to reach 20,000 subscribers, and I'm close. I'm at like 19.2 thousand subscribers, but I decided we're going to go at this really hard for March so that we can hit that goal, maybe even with a few hundred extra. And so I put a ton of effort into my giveaways for March. So this March is going to be March Madness on Cricut Chat with Miss Rita. I'm giving away a brand new Bright 360 table lamp. That's a retail value of $200. Plus, I'm giving away an Easy Press mini bundle that includes everything. It includes the press. It includes a bunch of iron on, and of course the mini. I'm giving away two what's called essential bundles, and those are worth, I think they're worth, let's see, one, two, three, I think they're worth like $60 each, and then one everything bundle, and I it starts today, and I think I forgot to post the link, but I want to show you a picture of what all that is in there. So let's see. This is all the stuff that I'm giving away, but there's actually two of these. So one of each of these and two of these that I'm giving away. So I'm doing it a little bit different this month. So I'm going to make it so that you can still get your entry in every single day, but I won't be pulling the winners until the end, until the 31st of March. And we'll do it in one big show that we'll just do the giveaways at. So on the 31st of March, mark your calendar, because you're going to want to attend that show where I announce all the winners of these five. It shows four, but there's five actually. There's two of this one. So even if you don't win that $200 prize, there are some pretty exciting prizes to give away. It actually retails total retail value of almost like $3 away from $1,000 worth of prizes. $1,000 worth of prizes. So we're going to have a fun time this month. I'll just keep reminding you, because the way that it's going to work is your first entry, if you're new, your first entry would be you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's the first entry. But if you want to come back and do the next entry, so today, let's say you're brand new and you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tomorrow, you can come back and share, like, or comment on any of my over 800 videos. Okay. And just because I'm trying to get the word out, I'm trying to hit my goal of 20,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping that this is going to do it. You guys can put me over the top there, and I'm looking forward to hitting that. So when we hit it, I hope we'll hit it before the end of the month, and then we'll have a big old party, basically. So I will be posting the link and the description of this whole thing in the description of the videos going forward. Okay. So you can find them on Facebook, and also I will be posting reminders on TikTok, and on, what's the other one? Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I will continue to post so that you guys remember. But you know what? Even if you get one entry in because you forgot or whatever, you're still entered to win. We're not going to disqualify you. I started thinking, well, if I gave away the small prizes, then that would disqualify them from that larger prize. So the way that it will work when we pick the names, or when I pick the names, and we will use Rafflecopter. It's completely beyond my. I can't mess around with it. If you thought that I can't do that, so when I pick the names, if I get any duplicates that come up for the other prizes, then they'll be disqualified. But otherwise, we will have five separate names for the five separate projects. Okay. Also, remember, we've got our sunflower Cricut Cutie giveaway. All you need to do there is to make sure you're following and liking my Facebook page. You can share on the Facebook page. Then you have to go back and go to Rafflecopter and enter your name on that. So that is our sunflower Cutie giveaway. That ends on, I think, the 9th of March. So you got another week to get your name in for that. Yeah. Okay. So like and share if you wouldn't mind. So let's get down to basics here. We're going to um, talk about iron on. We're going to be using my Easy Press over here. It's kind of out of range, but we're going to use the Easy Press 2 and this mat. I'm not going to actually cut anything out today because I think that could take some time, but I do want to show you how to download an image from from Etsy to Design Space from your iPad, because I think some people are using iPads and they don't know how to do it. So I purchased, whoops, where is it? I hope that I don't have a problem here. Is this it? I purchased this image, Laissez les bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll. This is a standard greeting for Carnival in in all countries and areas that do. You can see here. There's another one, Laissez les bon temps roulet, and right here and here. So this is the one that I purchased, and I want to show you how I download it. I also want to just take a minute and give you a little history lesson on Mardi Gras. I mentioned it on Sunday, but I'll mention it again. So Mardi Gras, which stands, is the French for fat. Mardi is fat. No, I'm sorry. Mardi is Tuesday, and Gras is fat. Fat Tuesday is the last day. So today is the last day of Carnival, which starts actually way back on 12th night. Remember 12th night? It's the 12 days of Christmas. So at the end of the 12 days of Christmas, which is 12 days after Christmas Day, is a holiday called Epiphany. These are very, very old holidays. It's called Epiphany, and it stands actually for when the three wise men came to visit the baby Jesus in where his birthplace, Bethlehem. And it's called Epiphany because it was like an announcement, a really big deal. Okay. So after this big announcement of Epiphany starts Carnival, which is, the word is derived from the word carne, which means flesh. Okay. So flesh meaning, in person, incarnate. When you say somebody's incarnate, it means in the flesh. Okay, so Jesus was born and he was in the flesh, and so that's where carne comes from. Carnival, the word carnival comes from, is from carne or incarnate. So it's a celebration after Christmas of Christ's birth. And it's been in around for a very long time, and it's just a big old bash, a big party, especially in certain areas like the French Quarter or New Orleans. Okay. So Carnival goes on for, I don't know how many days it is, but it's all the way until the day before Ash Wednesday. And Ash Wednesday is tomorrow, and that is the start of Lent, because this is the church calendar. It goes in little spaces. So then we have Lent all the way until Easter Sunday, and then after Easter Sunday we have the Easter time, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's how this goes with the Catholic, or some Christian churches also follow that. So it's to celebrate Mardi Gras is to basically say farewell to the flesh. It's the last day of Carnival, farewell to the flesh, and it's the start of the Lenten season, where we or people who follow this tradition, we deprive ourselves of things. Oftentimes it's like alcohol. In the past, it was like meats of any kind. Some people, some religions still do this, and they don't eat any meat for 40 days. And in fact, my Ukrainian friend that I was engaged to be married to in college, we celebrated the Lenten season by not eating any meat, and it's for 40 days. And then, so no meat, it was like all vegetarian. And then on Easter, you just gorge yourself with food, and it makes you sick. So it's a really interesting time, but the idea of being deprived of food is sort of, it's hard to bear, and so that's why they make a big deal out of this time period. Okay, because you're going to go for 40 days without all your favorite treats. Sometimes people are like, I'm going to give up chocolate, or I'm going to give up whatever. You hear people talk about that. So anyway, this is derived into what's called carnival season, or carnival, and it's not just in the French Quarter. However, it is pretty prominent in the United States, in the French Quarter. There are special colors, and there's a lot of traditions. There's beads, there's eating crawfish, there's just having a king cake, which is a very special cake that has a little baby in it. And guess what? That little baby is supposed to be Jesus' baby. And so there, all these things are connected, but I think sometimes people don't make all those connections there. Anyway, they have three colors that they celebrate this with: purple, gold, and green. These are the colors of Carnival and Mardi Gras. They stand for, well, purple. It's a majestic color, so that stands for like justice. So Christ came to the earth to bring justice to the world. Green is faith, and gold is power. That's what the colors stand for. But I always look at them together as the colors of Mardi Gras. And by the way, this tradition of these colors were picked in 1872 by the Rex. So every year there is a man that is crowned the Rex of the carnival. Rex meaning king. And so the Rex in 1872 picked these three colors, and they've been celebrating with these three colors ever since. So that's my little history lesson on how we got these colors and why we celebrate, and all of that. So one of the big sayings in Louisiana is laissez les bon temps rouler. And that means laissez. Les bon temps means the good times, and rouler means roll, like let the good times roll. And that's what happens. That's what people do during Carnival. So of course I went to Design Space and I looked for this similar thing, but was unable to find it. So maybe next year they'll have something there, but instead I decided I could either design it myself. And there are plenty of images here in Design Space. So if you type in Mardi Gras, you can find quite a few images, but I did I think it was last year, I did do a Mardi Gras. I did this and I had a really hard time with it. I don't know if you all remember, but I did do this one and I couldn't find the Laissez le bon temps. So I decided that I was going to go, I should have probably picked something easy like this crawfish in the 3 colors, but no, I had to challenge myself. So I went to Etsy, etsy.com, and I typed in Laissez le bon temps, and this is what I came up with. This was actually the one that I chose. So I purchased it. It was $1.70. And in order to do this, you just add it to your cart and you can pay by PayPal or credit card. I already paid for it, so I'm not going to do this. But once you purchase it, you then go here to, instant download. And then you're going to download, either you're going to do it on your computer or you're going to do it on your iPad, but you're going to download the image and it does come in a zipped format. Okay. So let's pretend that I just play, I don't want to order it again. But that's what we got here. And so you choose whichever one you want. This one looks actually a lot easier than the one I chose. And I will tell you that I did have a bit of trouble. Like I probably should have chosen a different one. The beads were kind of difficult. So when I went to here to my design space right here, I pulled this in by going to upload and I went to browse files. And remember, if you download something, it often will come a in a zip file, so you can see all of these zip files, but they're shaded out. So what you have to do is you have to go to your files. Here's my files, and let's have a look at the downloads file. So here we go. These are all downloads that came in a zip format. I don't know if I can find my one that I'm looking for exactly, but I just wanted to show you what you would do. So here's a corgi butt SVG that comes zipped. I'm going to just press on it and I get all of these choices. So what I'm going to choose is uncompress. So I uncompress it and you will see, maybe not exactly right near there, somewhere else you will find here. This, I think this is the one. Corgi butt. Okay. So you have to unzip if you're doing, sometimes you have to unzip. Sometimes your computer does it for you, but if you're doing it on your iPad, you probably need to follow that process. So once you have that image, you can go right ahead and cut it out. Now this one is going to cut out in 3 mats. Okay. So it's going to cut out in the gold, green, and the purple, which is what I did here. So I'm going to show you. Let's move this out of the way for right now. And here's our cutout. Now I did a lot of cutting because these cut out in these pieces like here, and I'm going to show you how to weed them. These were done with the foil, as I mentioned, and the weeding, where's my weeding tool, is pretty easy with foil. We just are going to weed away that negative space. And I'll be honest with you, doing it as foil is definitely easier than doing it with vinyl. Last year, remember, I did that vinyl and oh my goodness, it was a headache. But this year, doing it with iron-on, it's a little easier because all these little tiny pieces will stay. The hard part about this, doing this 3-color, is the whole layering with the iron-on. It's really not layering, but it is like, it is doing 3 different colors is similar to layering. Layering would indicate that you are putting iron on top of other iron on. Okay, where this is going to go alongside, but that presents its own challenges. Okay, that does present its own challenges. So we will talk about that in a second. Let's go ahead and clean up these 3 pieces that I did already cut. Again, not a difficult thing to cut. This is, which is why I wanted to like sort of save time and get to the actual ironing on. Whoop. Oh, I messed that up. Ah, sorry. Messed that up, but that's okay. I can push it back down. Just want to make sure it doesn't have a wrinkle in it. Okay. Now, if you do not have an easy press yet, and you can do this with any easy press, you could do this with original easy press or the mini, or you can use it with the easy press 2, which is what I have. So if you do not have an easy press 2 or whatever, an easy press, you can use an iron. That's the great thing about Cricut iron on, is that you can use an iron and you get the same result, because it's the iron on which has been specially formulated so that you can use it. Now, the one exception to that is infusible ink. If you want to use infusible ink, your iron doesn't get hot enough. Your regular iron doesn't get hot enough to do it. It works, but it's not as good. Definitely not as good. You can tell the difference with infusible ink. But for the most part, if you're doing any kind of iron on, you can use your iron to do that. So if you don't have an easy press yet, then use your iron. Remember that thing? I used to iron every single day. Now it's like I can't even remember the last time I ironed. I don't know if everybody is the same way, but I used to wear like a lot of like cotton and wool and and I used to iron. I have a built-in ironing board because my house is old. And I would be ironing my clothes for work. Now I'm lucky if I'm free of dog hair. That's a great thing about working from home, right? So no more ironing clothes, but it does get you out of practice. So you see here, I have this one, and this green one has the star and all of these supposed to be beads, and there's part of our saying and part of the fleur de lis. Fleur de lis means flower of the lily, and it is sort of the mascot of what's the word I'm looking for? A mascot of Mardi Gras, a fleur de lis. And you've probably seen a bunch of fleur de lis and you didn't know that that was the name of it. So here's the fleur de lis. I'm going to show you a single color fleur de lis so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is a bunch of fleur de lis that I cut out, and I just did it in one color, but generally they will be in all 3 colors, which is exactly what we have here. So I have just rough weeded all of these, and let me get my press so you can kind of see. But what you're going to see here is that I am going to have to press this either as 3 separate pressings. First do this, then take off the transfer sheet, and then do this one because it has to be very specially put on there. Right. And then this one goes on there so that you match up the fleur de lis and that nothing overlaps. And I think technically all of my beads are supposed to be in a row. So one of the things that you can do is, and this is why I have 2 of these, is you can start cutting around the transfer. And so here you go, laissez. And you see what I did was I took my scissors and I cut it away like this. So this is the transfer sheet, and I basically took away most of the beads. So this is my original rough cut. You see, I took away the beads and the part of the fleur-de-lis because I wanted to see if I couldn't get this to press all one color at once, or at least most of it at once, right? So then I have, where's my Le Bon Temps? Here it is. So the Le Bon Temps goes here, right? And I'm going to just check my image because I want to make sure that I'm putting this together. So, right, see how laissez comes atop and then the Le Bon Temps is under there. And then the roulé, which is here. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to move it over to where it's supposed to go. You see how I have two carrier sheets right here? And this is going to be a problem because see the carrier sheet underneath? It's covering this iron-on. So when I go to do this iron-on, I need to clean up this as close to the iron-on as I can. You see? Like this, because I want to do this all in one piece. All right. Or as close. I mean, I'd have to come back and do the beads separately. I don't know. But I want to do as close as I can with the major pieces. So here is the Le Bon Temps that I trimmed up. And on this, the T is to the right of the R. Okay. So I'm going to put it here. See that? I'm going to move it a little bit. It's not quite correct. But now I only have, I mean, I do have two sheets here, but nothing is touching the actual iron-on. Does make sense? I hope this makes sense. Okay. And then we've got the laissez that needs to go above, and the first S is going to go, is placed right here. Okay. Now I have a little bit of a problem there because you see I have a little bit of that transfer sheet sort of sticking out. So we're going to do a lot of trimming today, which is what I'm doing here. So I've got this piece. I'm going to get as close as I can. And then this piece, I am going to also get as close as I can. Now, some people may be going, Rita, maybe you should do this as 3 parts. And yes, you could do it as 3 separate presses. The thing that concerns me, though, is that nobody has tried it. And so I was thinking we could try it both ways. So let's do it this way first, and then we'll come back and we will try it the other way. So that way you're getting the whole experience. You know what I mean? So here we go. There's the way that it's supposed to go. Now here's my fleur-de-lis. I'm going to have to come back and place these pieces, I think. I might be able to get the green one in there. Like this. Like that. Okay. Now, how do I keep it all together? Well, I can use my heat tape. Remember the heat tape that we use a lot with infusible ink? See, it doesn't matter if it's there. You can just go ahead and use it because it won't like mess up your design as long as it's the heat resistant tape. Like that. So I'm kind of keeping it together. Might need a little bit right here too. So before we go ahead and start it, let's have a look on the back and make sure we don't have anything that crosses over or has double on the back. And we do. You see right here, this little star, it is on here. So that's going to cause a problem. So we need to move this so that that star is in its own little area. All right, so let's have a look here. I think we're kind of good. And then what we'll do is we'll do the first press, and then we'll come back and we'll put this piece on. Is there another piece that we need to add on? 1, 2, 3. I do not. Oh, yeah, we need to put the green beads on as well. So we'll do that after we do the first pressing. Okay. And again, the beads, my beads don't line up for some reason. I'm having a little hard time with the beads, but I know you guys will forgive me for that. So let's talk about heating and all of that with the Easy Press. So we're going to go to the internet. We're going to go to, just open up a browser, and we're going to find the Cricut Heat Guide. This is the heat guide. If you don't know about it, you should. If you're going to do any iron-on, definitely important to use the heat guide, because it will tell you exactly the pressing times that you need to use. So in this case, I'm choosing Easy Press 2 because that's the one I have. If I wanted to say choose the original Easy Press or the mini, there you go. And then here's the material I'm going to use. So I'm going to choose of this material foil, because that's what we're using. And then the base material, we're going to choose cotton. Okay. Now using an Easy Press mat, and then I hit apply. And then here you go. I have to preheat the piece 5 seconds. And then I have to set my Easy Press to 295, which is pretty low. Okay, but that's because it's foil. Foil doesn't need a lot of heat. Okay, so you do need to press it at that temperature. So I'm going to turn this on, and the last temperature I had it on will show up, and that last temperature was 330. So I'm going to hit this temperature button, and I'm going to go negative until I hit 295. And there you go. It's going to beep, or not beep. It's going to flash until it registers. And then according to the heat guide, I need to have a 30-second time, which is already what's on there. Okay. But if I did want to change it, I would just do the same thing, press this, and then go up or down to be 30 seconds. And you'll see that this button is orange because it is still heating up. It does take a couple minutes for it to heat up to 295. So while we do that, while we wait for it to heat up, let's get our surface prepared. Okay. So we're going to do a shirt. Where's my shirt? I'm going to do it on both sides so we can see. Actually, I might have to do two separate, because you do have to press on the back. So let's do the first way, this way, which is my sort of Frankenstein cut up. Where is it? Where's my Frankenstein cut up? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. So I'm just kind of looking. This is a Gildan t-shirt that I got from Michael's for like $3. You can buy t-shirts anywhere, but as long as you just keep track of the cotton count. I found out that these t-shirts are no longer 100% cotton, but I'm using the 100% cotton setting. Okay. So I think that this will look good right here. I'm going to eyeball it. And I look right here. This is my middle. So I want my design to sort of be half and half. And this is my middle. And see here, there's my taped design. I'm just going to give it another eyeball to see. Is there anything? Yeah, there is. There is this bead right here is not going to press, is it? Oh no, it does. It does. You see that? Okay. So here we go. Now we do need to preheat, and that is to take away any sizing that might be on the shirt, any wrinkles take out, or a little bit of moisture that might be in the air. It's really important to remember to preheat. You only have to do it for a few seconds, but it's important to remember to do it. Okay. So here's our design. And we're going to take and put this on over here and hit the button. And I'm pressing, but I'm not like really pressing down hard. If you're using an iron, you might have to press down really hard, okay? Because it's a combination of heat and weight or pressure on your design. Now, my design happens to be within the 9x9. This is the 9x9 easy press, so I'm not going to have to move it around. But if your design is bigger than your press, say you were using the mini, you would have to move it around to make sure all of those sides were done correctly. Okay. Now, then normally what we would do is we'd turn this over, flip it around like this, and do the back like this. But we're going to also do another layer on here. So I'm not super worried about that part as much. What I am worried about is I need to wait for this to cool before I peel it, because it is foil, and foil has to go, you have to do it cool. Okay. So we still have these two pieces to go on there, and I got to wait for this to cool off a little bit. Let's see if it's, yeah, it's going to work, but let me just wait a minute or two to cool. Oh, today is the big HSN sale. Has the big set of Empress cutting. Does they have the Empress on sale? I would like that if it was on sale, but I don't know. All right. So now I am peeling this off, and I am peeling it sort of on, like, very gently, and sort of rolling it off as I peel like this. Like this. Now I see here a part that is not well pressed on, so I need to come back and do that. Here we go. But otherwise, it's starting to look really good. Remember, we cut this up, so there'll be little pieces here. Ooh, looks pretty good. I actually really, really like the look of the glitter iron-on I did, but I'll tell you, it was a big headache. It was just a lot of this cutting and coming back and putting the little stars and everything. It was just a lot of work. Now here, look at the eye. The top of the eye is not coming off very well. And also here, look, it's kind of meh. Not too happy with that. All right. So now that we have that, we can put the third piece of the fleur-de-lis on there. I forgot to take this part off. All right. All right. Now keep these little pieces of plastic, because when we go back, I want to keep, I'm going to put the heat on here, but I don't want to mess with my other design. So, I want to have it protected from the heat by having that transfer sheet. I think I'm doing this wrong. Maybe it's supposed to go this way. I think I'm missing some gold beads somewhere. All right. I have it a little wrong, this green part. I'm not really sure. I think it's supposed to be like a string of beads, but not covering the letters. So it's supposed to... Mailman. All right. I think that's as good as it's going to get for me. All right. And I'm going to just cover this up because I'm going to put the heat here and over here, but you know, it's a big press. So let's go over here to the side and do the 30 seconds. Oh, the large Empress is on sale for $1.99 and it's a bundle. Awesome. I'll check it out today. Oh, sugar. I didn't use my mat. You guys, where are you? You're not watching me. You're talking about the Empress and you're not watching me, and I didn't use my mat. Ah! That's okay. I think I should be okay because, well, it is foil. I hope that it worked. No, it's okay. Don't worry, Shirley. I'm just going to go over here and make sure I got this side. All right. Let's turn it around and do the back. I don't know if we're going to have time to do the other one the other way. Actually, I think we kind of demonstrated the layering already through that. But it's difficult. It's not easy to do a multicolored. So if you're brand new, I would probably suggest that you stick with a single color at first, or maybe two colors that aren't touching all that much, and go from there, because it is a little tedious even for someone like me that has done this a lot of times. All right. Oops. See right there? Now this is where, if my dog didn't chew on my mini, and by the way, thank you for telling me that he could, I was just going to throw it away, but Santo took off the back of it and he's going to get a plug for me later today. But my dog, I think it was Benji, chewed the plug from my mini right clean off, like chewed all the way through. It wasn't plugged in or anything, but I thought I had lost my mini. But if I had a mini, this would be a perfect application for it, because then I wouldn't have to keep heating over my foil. And please, oh please, it's not cool, Rita. Don't push it. All right. Oh, Nick. Hi, Nick. Yes, a star. Did I warp my mat? Yes, I did. I did. And it's not going to unwarp because I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I'm so imperfect. I'm such an imperfect person, but oh well. All right. So there are my three colors. The thing I do not like about this is that because I had to do layers, it made the foil look a little crinkly, and I don't want that. So, to get around that, I really do think that we need to cut it up and make it best as we can do it at one press. So I think if I were going to do this again, which I'm like, we're already, I'm sort of past the time. Yeah, imperfection. Um, and but I think that I would definitely do this sort of Frankenstein, put it all together like this, rather than having to press over and over. Because look, here's the glitter, which I did have to press like several times. It doesn't look bad. It looks really nice, actually. And I had to come back and put this in and this in. Then these little stars I had to come back and put in. And then I kind of messed up here on the K, but you can hardly see it. And this looks pretty good. This one, I'm disappointed because I had to do the layer, and the foil looks kind of crinkly, and I don't like that at all. So I'm not going to hold you here, but I think what I will do is I'm going to try my little trick, or do it in glitter, and then I can layer to my heart's content. So I won't keep you for that, but I will like tell you how I did after we get done, after the show. Okay. Oh, so please make sure that you use either a towel or your easy press mat. I prefer the easy press mat when you're working with your easy press, or you will warp your self-healing mat or whatever happens to be on your surface. It's not good for wood either. And you can see mine is a bit warped. I do have a replacement though that I could probably put in there. But it's going to stay warped. You see, it'll stay warped. All right, everyone, that's going to be it for today. And so the trials and tribulations of doing several colors, it is not an easy thing, but it does result in some really beautiful designs if you take the time, you're patient with yourself and the process, and just kind of forgive yourself when you make little bits of mistakes as well. Like this shirt still looks good. Still looks good, and I'll probably wear it. But I'm more apt to wear this one because I really like the way that it looks. But anyway, you live, you learn, and that's how you progress, right? So everyone, thank you for coming today. I would need medications to be patient. Yeah. So remember, I'm going to be posting the link for the March giveaways. Remember, we're not going to pick any winners until the end of the month. So you have all month to get your name in. But if you really want to up your chances, it's best if you put your name in as many times as days of the process. So it's 30 days. You have 30 names. If you do it every single day like Game Show Dawn has done, then your chances are increased. Okay, so might as well, it's free, and you could win one of 5 really beautiful prizes, including my the Bright Pad. I'm sorry, not the Bright Pad. I'm so used to saying Bright Pad. The Bright 360 table lamp, which is the one that I have, and I love it. I love it. So definitely get your name in. Okay. All right. We'll talk to you all later.